Testing. Okay, that should work. How's the sound? Is it coming through? Okay, I think that's okay. Audio issues. That's good. Why does it say no sound coming through? The audio stream's current bitrate is 0, lower than the recommended bitrate. What the hell? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So. Testing. Testing. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. Okay. Sound okay? Right. Let's have a look. Once I get confirmation, I'll start because oh yeah, okay, good. Sorry. That's always annoying when you record and there's no sound. All right. So what do you think about yesterday's technical analysis? It wasn't too shabby, yeah. Wasn't too bad. God, my charts are messy. Oh, to figure this one out. So I have so many people comment and say your streams are too long. It's quite funny because I'm just live streaming really. Let's just imagine we're in an office. I'm just doing what I would be doing in an office, just on YouTube. I'm not really trying to make a broadcast. I don't really care. You kept out? All right, no worries. It's always good to stay out of the market if you're not sure. Look, these guys. 1 hour is too long. Oops. So that's the problem. This guy writes, make small video, 1 hour video, not good. Make shorts. Yeah. They pay me, I'll do it. What is this bullshit ad? What's this guy, naked guy? This AI tool just made me $31,000. They put a naked guy's picture there. It's so weird. What is this? Investing. Yeah, all right, let's just get into it. What time is it? Actually, I haven't made a tea yet. I'll wait for my tea to come. I'll start in a second. Let me just message David. It's tricky with trading because, you know, when the price goes, you can always doubt yourself. That's why it's good to just risk a certain amount and see what happens. All right, let me just start over. Shabuddin. Yeah, $5. Of course, $5 on track. We're definitely going to get to $5. It's just a question of time when it happens. Yeah, I'm gonna get to $5. Yeah. But of course, let's see what happens to let's see what happens to Bitcoin too. It's a tricky one because I'm actually looking at the Bitcoin chart. I do like that we had a swing failure here. That was expected, wasn't it? It wasn't unexpected. That's why I've marked it in the past. What's interesting is we had two swing failures, one here and one here. So literally the liquidity from these two lows have cleared. We've got one more low here, a little bit of liquidity there. Go to the other chart. Got it? And you see when the price drops, it's effectively it's trying to get to liquidity until it finds it, and then it stops. Yeah, so in my mind, what I'm thinking to myself, what this buying tail tells me that there was enough limit orders to hold the price there. That's why they have that wick. Yeah, so you had enough orders to hold the selling, halt the selling here. Okay. Now, what usually happens is that people buy with limits, and then they start taking profit in the first instance. Yeah. And the question then is how much continuation is there? Continued buying. And the other thing to bear in mind is with this kind of buying, it's also shorts taking profit. So you've got two types of people. You've got limit orders being filled, which holds the price. And then you've got shorts taking profit, which pulls the price up. Shorts usually take the profit at market, which is why you get this kind of market buying behavior. And then limit orders will be in profit. They'll start taking profit. And then we have to see where the balance, where the equilibrium is in the market. Because, I mean, the price could go up from here. And you have a very clear invalidation right now. I don't think anyone wants to see the price go back down. If there's not enough liquidity, it will. But effectively what you have now is a place where longs can put their stops. Like if they had their stops lower down here or here, when you see these kinds of swing failures, you can just move your stop to the swing failure. So potentially you could actually build up more liquidity underneath there just because you have people moving their stops up. They might still be in the long from lower down. They're expecting pullbacks, and what they're thinking to themselves maybe is, okay, now that we've had this pullback, I don't necessarily want the price to continue going down. That being said, you still have a really strong area just underneath us, just looking at the way the price has behaved. And that's quite interesting. So let me have a look at that. Let me have a look at that. I'll go back to my other chart. It's too messy, isn't it? Right, got this trend line, got this volume pool. Let me just do the volume first. Well done, David. David said he's long on BTC, Slerf, just took profit right now. Well done. My invalidation was the VWAP. Okay, volume. Let's have a look at the volume. All of this volume that came in yesterday hasn't really done much. Moved the point of control slightly. Interestingly enough, we're just above the high volume node here. We've just come above it. That's not a bad development for Bitcoin. You know, that's not a weak development. That being said, we're into the 236. So this is a little bit of an area of resistance, this back test of this fib level. We've got this downtrend line slightly higher up. Let's pivot. It's not easy right now, is it, to analyze? Let me take the volume on this down move as well. Shit. Take the volume on this. Let's see what that says. Point of controls up there. Not much volume down here. I'm wondering if shorts took profit. Since this in the move, in this down move, most of the volume's still at the highs. Got a little bit of volume here, but not much. And then you got a lot of gaps here. Oh look, getting a little bit of a reaction here from the 236. So that's it looks like it's okay. Just above the local value area high, above the point of control. A little push off from the point of control this morning. 1 hour candle back test, and then the next candle squeeze these highs. On the high volume node. Lose the high volume node, go down. That's basically it, isn't it? So we know now how to see weakness, don't we? Lose that, go down, get back into this local value area. You have to lose the point of control, that's the problem. I don't know if it's going to move today, to be honest with you. I feel like it's going to be really choppy, and everyone is going to be like long, short again, and it'll probably stay in the same place a little bit. I think the thing about the move down yesterday is we put in this kind of this green candle, this 1 hour green candle, yeah. So it's not like the price can't just go up so easily because you don't have single prints to fill. Only up here, only up here. And so even if the price does go up, it's not going to just go up, I don't think. It's going to find resistance. Hit those. Let's have a look at EXO charts. Oh, look at that. That was a squeeze, short squeeze. Up to that point, there was bearish div. Up to this point, from here to here, there was bearish div, and then we had a little bit of a short squeeze there. You see the OI goes down, price goes up. That's short squeezing. Got some longs trapped now at the moment. We long the breakout. 1.4 million at the high of this little mini breakout. So we've got a bit of trapped longs there. Look at that. OI going up. Shorts are entering this ranger, trying to short this. Then they just got squeezed. We're going up, price is going down, shorts just got squeezed. Longs get squeezed here, shorts get squeezed here. That's what this was. This is longs getting squeezed, this is shorts getting squeezed. And that was your liquidation event, which is and this was the fake out after you have this liquidation event. And then I mean, you have a liquidation event here, huh? What price level was that? 66720. It's kind of what you want to see. Just underneath this high volume node, you had the liquidation event. Price faked out and it came right back above. So we are in a pretty strong place right now. There's no reason why the price is just going to go down here, especially because you formed a little bit of consolidation here, a little bit of accumulation here, or whatever you want to call it. We're just coming back to fill gaps, clear levels, back test levels. The question I think is whether we go up or to the point of control or not. I think that's the question we have, because there's quite a large distance, isn't there? And then we have this green candle here, which is blocking the way, which would line up with this pivot here. So there could be an SR flip going on here if we go a bit higher. But that's what I think that's what we need to see for strength. I think we are seeing a little bit of strength, to be honest with you. Liquidation event here. Somewhere here. It'll fake out right back above the high volume node. Nice back test. See that? That was a really nice back test. You see those back tests? That kind of gives you the confidence about that level. Holding as support, that high volume node that I had marked. Little bit of an increase in volume there. That kind of gives you a little bit of a clue. And you see that in this down move volume profile from this top all the way down to this down move. You can see that what actually happened is you had a back test on the high volume nodes and the price couldn't close outside of the value area low. So that was pretty good. It was good to see that. Obviously I wasn't looking, but just in hindsight, this tells me that this lower high volume node is holding support with the liquidation event and the back test. You don't really want to see the price go back down there, do you? Yeah, so I don't think that would be, I mean, you'd get another test, right? That's what you'd be looking for, another test, but you would want it to hold. So you want that this high volume node now to hold. It has to hold now, just because we've tested it once. All right. Maybe it gets into the golden pocket. We go a little bit higher. We go up to that white candle. I do wonder if we go up a little bit higher. Range here for a little bit. And go back down to test that. No, it's not really nothing. It's not really anything there. I don't think so. What are your thoughts, David? When in doubt. Yeah. I don't know if I expected the bounce to be so hard, to be honest with you. So that does give me a little bit of confidence. I did see on Twitter a lot of people saying, buy the dip, buy the fucking dip. Let's fucking go. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Buy the dip. And it makes you wonder, huh? If we're still, if we are experiencing that because people are literally buying the dips. All right. I like that, actually. I like what you're saying. I think as long as we're above this high volume node, there's no reason to get bearish. Just simply because the price could just simply easily go up to this outer trend line. It could easily go above this SR flip. And you could easily try and get above this back test, this golden pocket. It could easily do that. Yeah. And you get people bullish here, but actually you're just coming to test this gap. There's a gap there, isn't there? And I'll have a look at that. And the problem with that kind of price action is as the price goes up, if people get too bullish and people start really market buying, like if there's not enough liquidity for the sell limit orders here, look what happens. You break that trend line, you're into the point of control. So obviously that's your big resistance. And it starts to look strong again. Yeah, it starts to look strong again, especially if you break that trend line. Just because it's just a trend line doesn't really mean anything. But if you end up filling this gap here, just because people really get bullish, those buy the dip people, and the thing is, the higher it goes, the less inclined people are going to be to sell if they're looking to sell. If they're trapped, it's very unlikely as the price continues going up, they're going to be looking to exit, because obviously then they're starting to think bullish again. So whereas they were trapped and they were underwater, they were thinking, got to get out, this is going down. If they haven't got out, if they're still trapped, then they're thinking, oh, it's going up, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the moon. Get ready for the moon. The moon. When is it coming? The moon. So that's the psychology of people, isn't it? That's the way people think. You've got a lot of people underwater now. But as the price comes up, rather than close out their position at some kind of loss, small loss or break even, they start holding on. And then the question is then, if you don't get enough people sell, you could actually just break into the point of control if we do go up like that. And it could start getting really bullish again. And I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm just saying that that's how it happens, isn't it? Looking at the price action now, you're looking at it and you're thinking to yourself, damn, I should have bought the dip, you know? Aren't you? You're thinking that. People are looking at it now and they're going, wow, this is actually looking quite strong again. We've created this area here and we're now breaking out. That's what they're thinking. So they start buying. So I think as long as we hold this high volume node, I'm long, and that probably coincides with the VWAP. Let me just have a look at it on XO charts because it's probably better. And it's tricky because it's a good place to short too, isn't it? So that's the problem. It's like we're in the highs, aren't we, of this push. And then the other thing I need to think about is how that impacts how Slerf is behaving too. So yeah, the VWAP's at the monthly open here. Look, the weekly point of control. So it's quite a good area for a back test and up, isn't it? It's above the daily open now. You see, we got a bullish div here as well. Look, I just want to show you. So You see how the price went down, David? The CVD went down here. Look at the bullish div there. It just absorbed. That whole thing was absorbed. I'm just looking at Slerf, and Slerf is looking bullish too, actually, to be honest with you. It's correcting, but it's looking bullish. I think maybe, potentially, we could see what happens and on the FOMC this evening, but at the moment, it's not looking bearish at all. At the moment, it's looking quite bullish. You're getting absorption, which is what you want to see. And we're above this high volume node. I mean, that could literally be your invalidation, just these two green candles. And probably the VWAP, actually. It would be nice to get a little back test here, but we kind of are trying to back test it. Problem is there's no order blocks here, so you kind of want the price to range here a little bit, just to create a little bit of volume. Otherwise, you could drop down underneath the high volume node just to get some volume, just to get some liquidity. And if that happens, then you could find resistance back off it. That's the problem. So you really want the price here to kind of be here for a bit when the VWAP chases the price. Or if the price drops, then you lose the high volume node just to get liquidity. But it looks like we're not going to have that problem because we're getting absorbed. Look at this. Look at this. CVD's going down, price is going up. At the moment, it's bullish. At the moment. And you combine that with the liquidation here with this swing failure. You had a swing failure here. Look, see that wick? I took it out. If you combine these two things, volume is coming in now. Look at the volume. Increasing volume, increasing prices. This is quite bullish, this price action. Easy invalidations now. You've got a couple of lines. This 382 is probably your big one. Okay. So you can see it's a neckline of this structure here. There's no way that you want the price to come back down here. Yeah, that would look really bearish, losing the high volume node, losing the 382 back into this market structure. It would look like a deviation from this range. Otherwise, this is really bullish price action at the moment. And we're trying to get through this volume here, but our bigger resistance is going to probably be the golden, just above that green candle into the golden pocket. But like I said, the higher it goes, the more bullish it looks. People will be looking at this and thinking to themselves, V-shaped recovery. They will, won't they? That's what I'm thinking. And this is usually how V-shaped recoveries are. They kind of have a small V, have a little kind of take profit, and then it kind of really V's. And all of a sudden you're back into the highs, into this range. And is it bullish? Well, you'd have to still flip the point of control into support. So that would be a good place to take profit. It would be a good place to scale back on your position. But like I said, you're back into the range. That's bullish. Getting back into the range, it's bullish, isn't it? Let's have a look at this range. If you don't get a rejection there, a big rejection, then flip it. Go back to bullish, back to going to the moon. Welcome to crypto. 1 minute moon is on, 1 minute moon is off. 1 minute moon is on, next minute the moon is off. Someone needs to send Houston ground control a rude message. Tell them we want the moon to be back on. All right. This is your range. I think we're gonna have troubles getting into it, just because of the point of control and the value area low. They're quite close. That would be amazing, huh? A little bit of a fake out into the point of control, get everyone bullish, and then just sell the whole shit off. Lower high. Let's go down. Let's do it. Wouldn't that be amazing, huh? It will be short of the century. $786 point of control. The value area low of this range. Fake out this trend line. And let's go down. Let's dump this shit. Honestly, that's my thoughts right now. I just think it's very unlikely for us to, after this drop, to get through the point of control. And I'd want to see it. I'd want to see it happen, and I'd want to back test. Yeah. And so effectively, of course, the price could reject at any point. I'm not saying the price can't, right? So the price could reject here, but it's an easy invalidation here, isn't it? We can see. Lose this high volume node, lose this 382, come back down to this market structure, bearish again. And then you can just short easily, can't you? That's an easy short, isn't it? Short it right back down. If that happens, you can short that, can't you? Because it will look really, I mean, it might not go down that so easily, just because there is a little bit of structure. So, you know, it could do something like that. All right, but once you start losing levels, that becomes bearish. If it goes down again, you could just be range bound here as well between these two high volume nodes. So regardless, if you start losing that high volume node, I'm thinking short, but otherwise I'm thinking let's have a failed V-shaped recovery. In my opinion right now, that would make sense. Get everyone bullish again, and then hit that high volume node after you break that trend line, but actually it just rejects, comes back underneath the trend line, and that becomes extremely bearish. And you don't have to actually catch the top there. You could just wait for the price to come back underneath the trend line you have, and then validation. You don't have to kind of enter so early. Now, what you would want is for the price to go up fast. You don't really want the price to slowly go up, because it'll be harder to come down. You kind of need a quick up. Yeah. So speed is required, because if you can kind of go up and then kind of go up and then go up, like in 3 hours, green, that would be a really good short. Obviously, the longer it takes, and you kind of don't want red candles either as we start going up. That's the other thing. You just want green all the way, just so that we can come down fast as well. If it doesn't do that, that's fine, because you could also have like a nice green candle and then another sell-off. So it's quite a large range in this candle that's formed right now, and so the price can move quite far in a short period of time. You see, there's quite a big range in this red candle. We're kind of at the bottom part of this red candle, aren't we? And the price can easily go up to that green candle right to the bottom at the very least, just to fill the gaps and test it. And if we do manage to get the last part here, is going to be the quickest one. the slowest part here is going to be that green candle, but the last part is a gap. That would be a really good place to short, honestly, the point of control. If we get a push up, I don't see why you wouldn't short the point of control, honestly. $786 gap, fill that gap. Little fake out maybe today above that trend line, and then we're going back down, and that's what's in my mind right now. And so therefore long, we'll be thinking longs, taking longs, as long as we hold this level as support, yeah, which it's trying to do now. And then here the invalidation is really easy, isn't it? Just get back under this 382. Effectively what you want to do here to flip short is literally you need to just start closing underneath this 382, I think, because you know you could also get the price could easily do that just to fill that gap, get a bit of liquidity, but just it hasn't really closed underneath the high volume node. And obviously the price could easily range here too, whatever it wants to do, who knows. But you got a really nice invalidation, I think, right? So that's kind of where I'm at now with BTC. And obviously anything can change instantly with crypto. So the other thing that you can bear in mind is that BTC could just hold here for a while. It doesn't mean that other coins can't go down. BTC could go up and other coins can go down too. That would be quite bearish too. So you kind of want to see all coins go up together. That would be quite bullish. If you start seeing altcoins go up and Bitcoin's going up, that would be quite a bullish confirmation. And let's see what happens here. It's been quite difficult to go up, hasn't it? And you know why it's been difficult to go up? Because it was actually quite difficult to go down. You see how as we were going down, so many levels, there's like so many SR flips. You see every single SR flip is being back tested and held as support on the way back up. You see that? SR flip, SR flip, SR flip. That's the last one up there. A little bit of a gap there. So every single level, the volume has been trying to see, and we've come back above here. I honestly think it would be unusual that we don't get a little test. Just looking at this, the way the structure here has taken some time to form. Why would we just ignore it? Why would we not just, you know, there's a little bit of a trend line here. I am thinking we just range here for a little bit and then see what happens. But of course, for my kind of idea, we do really have to go up quite fast. And probably here where you see this long red candle, probably there would, if you get above there, then it could go up quite quickly. That would be a perfect short, right? So I'm thinking long until we get to the point of control and then short. And obviously if you start falling back into this market structure, that would be shorter too, right? So that's basically Bitcoin for today. I don't know if that was helpful, but we're at a good kind of place to long because of the invalidation is so tight. And obviously you lose this idea, find resistance, and we're heading right back down. And so you'd have to flip your bias as soon as you lose this little range, this little area. You lose this trend line, you lose this 382, you lose the high volume, you start seeing that we're starting to lose levels, then you just back into short mode. Yeah, the first invalidation will be this high volume node. If you start seeing we're losing it and back testing it as resistance, that's your invalidation really. And then potentially we could range here for a little bit, or we could continue the strength. We'd have to continue flipping levels, and the higher we go, the quicker it's going to be, just because we're clearing all of this liquidity, and up here there's basically none. Okay, and my idea for today is still short, but it will be higher up. It will be right into the point of control. 786 back test of this value area, close the gap. So there's going to be potentially a lot of resistance there. I don't care how bullish people are. I don't expect the point of control to be the price to just walk through the point of control. I don't see that happening. Yeah, it doesn't matter how bullish people are. It's just never happened, has it? So something like that, really. I don't know. I think that's what I'm thinking. And today, probably, let me have a look at. Yeah, you see, Slerf is pulling back. Bitcoin is pushing up. So clearly, we're into some kind of resistance here. So while Bitcoin might consolidate here, we might get some more alts pulling back. Ali Hash, good morning, my friend. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Friday NFT launch. Sell the news. Refunds then will be completed. Sell the news. Sell the news. OKX and Binance listings likely soon after. Tim the Chin, welcome. Good morning. What time to be alive? Boys, printing. Tim, what do you think of my Slerf analysis yesterday? Did you pick up on that? I was quite proud of myself. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Shall I do a quick 2-minute roundup, or shall I just continue? Yeah, I guess I'll just continue. People can just watch it, whatever. I'm not going to make a separate video. Slerf. All right, let's have a look at Slerf. So in the context of Bitcoin, let's go to Slerf. The second most important coin in crypto. The first one being TRVL. Tim the Chin saying spot on. Thanks. Appreciate that. I appreciate that, my friend. Oh my God, my chart's a freaking mess. That's fine. Messy charts make for interesting analysis. So, oh God, what is this fucking adverts? I don't want these adverts. So yesterday on my stream, thanks Tim, appreciate that. Yesterday my stream, in the live stream, if you guys caught it yesterday, obviously everyone here caught it. It means that basically I was analyzing Slerf and making up some shit. And funnily enough, it pretty much happened exactly how I imagined it after we were losing a little bit of strength. We were finding weakness yesterday. It doesn't always happen, but look at where I told, what did I say? ABC. And obviously you can combine these, and eventually we'll be able to combine them. Let's start doing this. And when you to tell whether it's the 618 or those 5 ways, we counted that. Anyway, I think I said, I'm not going to go through it because it's boring, but I think I said the B is going to be put somewhere around here. and I said, remember I was saying I'm nearly invalidated. I was in a show. I was literally nearly invalidated because I got owned by Bybit. And it was amazing. It's like I almost think that people watch my stream and they just obeyed me or something. That's why I was feeling last night. I was feeling a bit like that. It'd be amazing, if we can get all the Slerf Shab Udin. I had 5 figures to invest in TRVL specifically. Does the exchange I buy in matter in terms of buy it on Bybit if you can, because it's the most liquid, and do not buy it at once. If you can put limit orders, that would be better, but do small amounts. I'll talk about TRVL in a second. So what was amazing is, look, here we were at the C. Yeah. And let me just, I will bring it up because it's really interesting. I find it fascinating myself. Look at that. 1-to-1. It's really crazy here. And I said by the evening, I said somewhere, what did I say? Between 5. Kind of, that's where. I mean, I know. Who knows? Like, talk a lot. And it could be later, actually, if we actually start there. Who knows? Let's see. It's one of these pivots potentially, but then you'll be looking for this. Another down, 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 down. 1-to-1 on that. It's possible. It's just an idea. That's if we don't go up now and form some kind of head and shoulders. If we actually start to go down, then kind of that's where you'd be looking for this 1-to-1. And just remember what I said with the Elliott waves. If that was cooler. I can put that on my CV if I apply for somewhere. I never will, but so look at that. I don't really know what to say. It's amazing. Huh? People sold. And what's interesting about the price action yesterday is that I identified the right place to sell. Yeah. But look at the volume. It comes in so late. Look at that volume. Look, big volume, big volume. Right. After we were way ahead of the... My uncle's messaged me. He says, it is an echo on your audio tube live. The reason why... Is there an echo? The reason why there's an echo is because I was playing a YouTube video. There's no echo now. I was just showing people the video from yesterday. No echo. Okay. So, thanks, mate. All right. So look at that. It came perfectly to the 1-to-1. All right. See that? That gives you confidence, doesn't it? It gives me confidence that I'm doing something. Obviously, I'm doing something right. Yeah. I'm not just making shit up. I'm just... Technical analysis can work, but obviously you have to have good risk management because it can also not work. And so it's just about trying to... And if you see it starting to working, then that gives you confidence for future trades. And also the timing was quite good as well, wasn't it? So I had that fib time from yesterday. And so let me just clear this up a bit so it's easier to see. I'm in a short right now, by the way, just FYI. Counting works. We can all see that counting works because I just counted that ABC, ABC. I was looking for ABCX, ABC, sorry, ABCW, ABCX. And so David was asking me to explain this whole WXY. And so David, I'm going to explain it to you because I keep on talking about it and you're asking me to draw it for you. So I'm going to do it for you now. Effectively, a correction is ABCs. And then when you combine those ABCs, they become WXY. And if you want to combine the WXYs, then you can have bigger arms. So potentially you have ABC, and then this whole thing is an ABC. The whole thing is an ABC, and each arm is an ABC. Each arm is an ABC. Okay. So, and if you can look at the whole arm as an A, just like you do with the 5 waves, the 5 impulsive waves, each impulsive waves has five waves, yeah, and then each impulsive wave has 5 waves, and it's just grandchildren, children, parents, and grandparents idea, hierarchical idea. And so when I say WXY, it just means I've counted 3 ABCs, 2 ABCs, 3 ABCs to form a larger wave, which is one big ABC. But we don't call it ABC, we call it WXY, just to differentiate the parentage, the hierarchical idea. Okay, I don't know if there's any other letters that can be used for bigger patterns. I don't know if we're going to have a bigger pattern. I have no idea, but that's when I'm talking about ABCs and WXYs. That's what I'm talking about it. Trying to identify the top of an impulsive wave to begin the correction is really important as well. So the fact that we've had a really nice corrective move on time with the right amount of waves gives me the confirmation that this impulsive move ended right there, that 5. Yeah. So whatever this is a correct 5 wave this is correct, isn't it? So I know yesterday we were having a conversation about whether there was an extra wave here, whether this was the final 5 wave, or whether we're expecting another impulsive wave. But at the very least, we know that from here to here, we had a really nice 5 wave move. And this correction is looking nice too, isn't it? So, and there's something about Slerf is that to a large extent, it's quite predictable, isn't it? It's quite predictable to a large extent. And that's interesting to see as well, because that's going to help us to trade it better, right? If we can predict it, then we can really print, Tim can really print money. He can print money, and then he can invite us all to the Bahamas or the Caribbean, and we can have a party. So let me just continue the count. We had a really nice reaction here off the 1-to-1. ABC. Right into this range point of control. Has it moved? Okay, so this is quite interesting. Let me find my higher volume points of control, because we're going back into the point of control now. Just want to see if we hold it or not. Let me see. This is the local range. Let me see the overall range. Let me just see. The range point of control hasn't moved. So this local range point of control. Getting a little bit of support here. This could coincide with Bitcoin, huh? This might not be as bearish as people think. Because look, don't think that this is going to go down just because these waves have been big. We'd have to lose this point of control, and it's an SR flip as well. I'm in a short right now, but I'm thinking about closing it. What kind of question is that? Garrett O'Neill, any other Jews in the chat? That's funny shit. All right. David says, I'm Jewish, Muslim, Christian, and he's an atheist. So David ticks all the boxes. It's quite large volume into that point of control, and it's held. I'm actually going to close my short because I don't like this price action. I'm going to scale out of it. If we lose the point of control, I'll just enter again. But I don't like that we've come into the point of control and it's holding. It probably might need to go up again just to pick up some liquidity. There's quite high volume into this. The only thing that, I mean, it's still possible to short just because we've lost this idea. People will see that. Yeah. So, and then it becomes really bullish if suddenly the price goes right back above it. Then suddenly you'll see another pump up to the range point of control. If that happens, you'll see a nice pump right back up. But right now we're into this local range point of control, and as long as it offers support, you can see it's offering a little bit of support here. So you've lost that trend line, but we're right back into support, which is a SR flip of this overall structure, isn't it? You can see it is a little bit of a kind of a bearish W, isn't it? But potentially you want to go a little bit higher for this harmonic, David. What do you think? Potentially you want to, how would it look? It'd be up there, no? How would that look? Ali Hash says Slerf 10x by the end of the cycle, 2 billion market cap, easy, not financial advice. I'm holding spot. With meme chain using Slerf as LP, this will become the highest liquidity utility on Sun. I agree with you. Well done. Maybe it can be good here too. Well, anyway, look, we're expecting a down. So we've had that down, right? So A, B, C, A, B, C. So we're in the C now. But that kind of gives me the idea that, how would that work? A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. So same idea as what I did before. There's no impulse, as you can see. So we're still correcting. A, B, C. So could that be it? And then look like a rounding bottom then, if we do that. Kind of came in between my 618 and 1-to-1 here. It was the right kind of area, wasn't it? And I think the most important thing here was the fib extension that I did. That obviously worked. So we've got to keep an eye on those. When you see things that work, and that's the thing, like you find the hack, there's no reason that this can't continue for the rest of the bull cycle. You just, the way it moves. If we can predict it now, we might be end up being able to predict the whole thing. And I don't want to get too confident because obviously that could lead to mistakes and stuff, but I am getting more confident on this. Considering it's a new token as well. Literally missed the 1-to-1 by a fraction. That's actually quite bullish to think about that. You missed a level by a little bit. It was front run. The 1-to-1 was front run, yeah? And you had a really massive volume and it was held. You see that? I think this reaction was quite bullish. This whole thing has been quite bullish. Now, doesn't mean it can't go down. But I think if it was more bearish, after seeing the price in the last 2 days, after seeing the price drop from those highs down to there, 25%, that's quite a big drop. And then to see how the price is resiliently is holding, and it's not like kind of, that would have been really bearish, huh? So this middle part, this bit here, so we have to see where this lands. I don't know where this is going to land. I'm just imagining it here for the time being, if this holds as support. But it just, I mean, I think that this wave has only just begun, so it's hard to know. Could it be like this or like that? And then this would be like that. You'd be looking for something like that. And obviously if it's, I think this middle one should be shorter though. I don't know. I am imagining this though. All right, so let's see where this C lands. I think this is going to be really important because I can't tell. And I think the FOMC is going to have a massive impact on what happens next anyway. So it's going to be almost impossible to trade. But the idea is still in play. We just continuously correcting ABCs. Down to here was good. And so we have a little bit of a time. We can time this a little bit better now. Let me have a look. Yeah, that's kind of deceiving, isn't it? Kind of want this level to hold. I wouldn't mind this, to be honest with you. I wonder if it goes sideways here for a little bit and then it does go up. I don't know. I'm a bit. I think this is a little bit more bullish than I expected, to be honest. I think if it was a little bit more bearish. Look how we've come above the point of control. That being said, we're losing it. So that's something else to bear in mind. Maybe because we've lost this trend line. Yeah, we're starting to get a sell-off now. All right, so it's not as bullish as I thought. I'm in a short. I'm still in my short. So I didn't close it, thank God. I should have added. But look, it's still holding up. It's not like as crazy bearish as you think. That's the thing. I don't think it's that bearish, to be honest with you. What's Bitcoin doing? Okay, little swing failure into the highs. That's probably why, yeah. Still bullish. Okay, maybe we'll get a little bit of a sell-off then. That'll be nice. That'll be easier. It'll be easier to do this if this goes down. David said he's going to long Slerf on the VWAP. Right, might be the same idea if we lose the VWAP. Getting a little bit of a sell-off here, but I think it's not like crazy, and that kind of, I wonder. Look at this sell-off. It usually gets crazier towards the end, but it was different here because you had a lot of kind of gaps to fill. Whereas here, you see how the price is nicely moved up. It's basically come up on limit orders. That's why you have all of these wicks. And so what will happen when you see this? This is actually quite interesting because you see this, you could trade this. And when you start seeing a little bit of a corrective pattern like this, effectively what's happening is that limit orders are placed at these lower red candles as the price moves, and the price just comes back, finds liquidity, goes right back up, and it doesn't always come back to the lowest red candles, but you see it's trying to. It always tries to just come back to these red candles, goes up, goes up, goes up, comes right back to these low red candles, and it's just been doing that. And basically what's happening is that probably bots or maybe humans, they just put their limit orders at these little red candles, and as soon as you get a little swing failure, as soon as you take out the high, they take profit. Okay, so you're getting that kind of behavior. They take profit at the highs, new highs, they just take profit, and then they put their orders back on the lowest red candles. They scale into there, and there's just enough liquidity as the price comes back down to go right back up. And then as the price comes up, naturally people are getting bullish and they buy, but actually the people who are putting limit orders here, they take profit at market. And when you're seeing that kind of behavior, it's really nice, because not only because you're just making higher lows, and also you can always just bring your stop loss up. And also the other thing you can do is when you see like a massive swing failure like this, I've talked about it before, in the 1 minute time frame, you can clearly see it. That's why I use the 1 minute time frame when I'm trying to like fine tune what's happening on Slerf, because it happens on the 1 minute time frame first. So that's when you're ahead. And you see here you have this kind of big volume into this swing failure here, fib level, well not really, but 50% of the range. And you know, you see the price goes up. So, and then the same idea continues. New highs, take profit. New highs, take profit. The price comes back down. It's looking for these red candles. This would be better. And then it goes right back up. New highs, takes profit, comes right back. It's looking for these red candles. Does exactly the same thing. You have a little pump. New highs, take profit. These all take profits. Comes back looking for red candles. New highs, take profit. New highs, take profit. New highs, take profit. Until finally you have this kind of big take profit. This is a big take profit. I think this isn't that bearish, to be honest with you. Even the only thing that's bearish now is that this whole thing has changed. Yeah. So the reason why you get this big dump like that is because as the price is going up, and I just want to explain how it is happen and what's happening. As the price is moving up, people are leveraging higher and higher and higher. Yeah. So because you have this kind of pattern forming, a little bit of a trend, and it just means that people can just increase their position at the lows. So even if they don't take profit, they will take profit. But eventually, by the time you get to this higher prices, you have a lot of accumulated leverage. And as you're making higher lows, they just keep on moving their stop loss. That's why these swing failures are so powerful, because it means that a lot of people's stops were triggered because their stop loss was there. And so naturally the price comes down. It stops a lot of people out who are on high leverage, pushing the price up, but the price still stays up. And naturally someone has put a large limit order there to continue this trend. And so you just keep on leveraging because you're increasing your higher lows until eventually there's so much leverage that the price just can't, there's too much. So you have the balance is tipped. That's simply because this price is being pushed up by leverage. You can see that there's higher lows. And the key to doing this is that you always take profit when you make higher highs. And you can see it on the 1 minute time frame. It's harder to see what's happening on the higher time frame. People look at this and they go, oh man, look at this shit, this is choppy, but when you're looking at the 1 minute time frame, you can actually literally see what's happening, and that's what's happening, and that's what happened. All right, so there's obviously a change because we're not getting that kind of support that I want to see, and it's potentially in reverse. So as the price goes up now, it's looking for green candles. Potentially you could get exactly the reverse of what's happening here, but the difference is that obviously a lot of people are long in these two ranges that are formed, these two up ranges, and they might not have taken profit because they're like really bullish and they're expecting NFTs on Friday or whatever. And so what happens is that as the price drops, they start closing at market, whereas and that then you start getting a little bit of a faster move down. If that starts as the price drops, the more and more that will happen. I think David's right. You lose the VWAP, then people are going to really start selling. And so we lost the point of control. Let's see if that idea continues. If you see the price run out of liquidity, then it will come back up for these green candles. Yeah. And eventually what you want to see is you want to see the price bottom out. It's not that difficult to see for the price bottoming out, because you'll get high volume in the lows like this. See this high volume? That was an indication that the price was about to bottom out when you get really high volume. Another indication, and I showed this to David yesterday, we were chatting, and I actually posted it. Where is it? It was here. This is the really big one, this high volume node. See, this is what I showed David. You see this here, this pattern that's formed here. You've got, you can only see it on the 1 minute time frame, but effectively what you've got is, you see these green candles, they're market buys, and so you've got people closing their longs, and then you've got these market buys with higher lows. That's basically someone with a big position at each candle, at each drop, just taking profit at market. Yeah, so that's when I tweeted yesterday. We should probably range here. We can see some whales taking profit. You have one last kind of dump. The high volume is the clue. When you see that, you know it comes into your area of interest. That just gets bought up, and once you kind of buy up past that level, it doesn't come back down. It just starts to kind of range up. Obviously it does come back down, but when it comes back down, it's interesting because look where it comes into. It comes into the golden pocket. Okay, so definitely this token is being respected technically in so many ways. And so when you see this happen, you don't, there's no need to ignore it. You can just follow it. If you see that the price is coming to the golden pocket, finding support, and then look, David was absolutely right. When you see that the price, you're looking for an entry here in this current historic price action from yesterday, you can see that without too much knowledge of charting or technical analysis, when you see that the price is being held by the VWAP, that gives you the confidence that you can long, because you have an easy invalidation. You just don't want the price to fall back underneath the VWAP, find resistance, and then go back down. So once it did that, you see that it just kept on going up and up and up and up and up. And so naturally, David is absolutely right. We have to find out where the price is going to find support now. I don't know if it's crazy bearish yet. All right, I'm not. I'm in a short, but I'm not really up. And I'm just kind of. And the price, what it can easily do is come right back up here. It can easily do that just because of the way the price has created gaps. But obviously we're in the next wave, and potentially, I mean, it came to the golden pocket here. Where's the golden pocket here? Could it come to the golden pocket? Do something early time frame. I like to think that it will go down much faster. Obviously, I'm not in control of this. The thing is, I think we're holding this neckline. I think this is a hold. I don't actually think. Look, it doesn't look. The golden pocket would be a really good place for the price to find support. It's a backtest of this 618 of this extension as well, and potentially, but right now we're on support. You see, we're kind of trying to find support here. Question with this ABC is, was there like an ABC here? No. See. David's saying it's the POC of this rise upwards. Let's have a look at the candles again. I just want to see. I need to have a look at some other things because I'm not 100%. David is saying if you combine this with volume, we've had a reaction off the top of the previous week high. What's the monthly looking? I mean, I think whatever happens this month is going to look bullish because it's just a green candle with a really nice wick on top. I think whatever happens this month is going to. I think it's highly unlikely that we go all the way down to 3147. Going to take a 2-minute break, okay, and come back. I need to just have a little 2-minute or 3-minute break because I need to just kind of look at this again. I think I want to redo it. Let me just have a look at Bitcoin as well and see what's happening there. Okay, now it's starting to look bearish, isn't it? Okay, so we're kind of coming back into this high volume now. All right, give me 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, this is Bitcoin. I just want to analyze it in a little bit more depth. Apologies. Let's say 5 minutes. Okay, take a 5-minute break. Okay, I'm back. Give me a second. Let me just have a look at these two together. I'll put my screen on in a second. I'm just doing something as well. Let's have a look at it with Slerf. Okay. Which is stronger? Which is weaker? Well, Slerf is clearly weaker, right? So, wait, that's the wrong time frame. Hold on. Let's have a look. So, yeah, Slerf has given up that level. Okay, so Slerf is weaker. So we're definitely not in that in the I'm going to the moon phase. So this correction might continue for a while. It's good to, I mean, it's good to see. I don't know if Slerf is leading, but clearly BTC isn't looking as bullish as it was. Swing failure there, and we might be ranging here, but this is not necessarily good for altcoins. Let's have a look at the volume. Right. Let me do something else. 1 second. Just looking at seeing if I can see any divergences on Bitcoin. That would help. I'm getting a little bit of bullish divergence here, just on this last bit, but overall.
Silence.
Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. we have a Jew here, Garrett O'Neill, and we have a Muslim. We have an atheist, Jewish, a Jew, a Christian, and a Muslim all at once. Everyone is represented. Everyone is represented. So this is good. So we are losing the point of control. When I say good, I mean, obviously I'm bullish on Slerf, but it helps, doesn't it? It does help, because if you lose the point of control, that's a sign of weakness. If we do start losing this local range point of control, how have I calculated the range? Just above this high volume node, this top bit. And then David was talking about the down move. Let's have a look at that. So yeah, there you go. That's a nice area for the price to come to correct to. this down move point of control, which is also the golden pocket. We're trying to get back into the down move range. You see, that's also the value area high. There's a little swing failure here. It's quite low volume. It's not crazy volume, so it's not a strong swing failure. So potentially, but the thing I know about crypto is that everything overcorrects. So I'm wondering how far down we're going to go now. There you go. You start seeing the selling. Look at that. Big volume sell. So that was probably Tim the Chim market selling. Or Gary or someone. Oh, here we're right into. So this is actually quite bearish now, because you're getting high volume smacking into. You can still buy it, but you're getting quite large volume now, and so people are selling. They're starting to sell. You kind of have to wait for the selling to stop, or you have to wait for a real kind of massive swing failure, which we're not getting right now. All right, so the timings were quite good. We had to be at the kind of the right place, didn't we? All right, perfect. This is going to go down. I don't know how far. I'm glad I didn't close my short. We were underneath the down move point of control. All right, so fuck, it just became really bearish. We've literally taken out how many 15-minute candles in one candle? That's really bearish to see that. As long as that candle holds, if the price doesn't get back into this candle, then it will continue going down. If you suddenly see a bullish response here, so this is quite. You see here, there's a little swing failure here, golden pocket. In this context, I think I'd like to see this down move point of control reclaimed. David says he didn't short, but he TP'd the local high. Clearly, you see people now are getting bearish. So they see red candles, they see big red candles, and they're starting to dump. Right, so, wow. It's fun when things happen live, doesn't it? And you're in a short. It's kind of fun. To see where this C ends. I don't know when it's going to end. But then what would be really good would be this, wouldn't it? You kind of want to go, that would be really a good buy, huh? A swing failure of these lows. That's literally the best buy, looking at the way the price is moving. If you get a nice swing failure here, ABC. And if not, who knows? You kind of want this arm to follow the same length, don't you? You kind of want that. And then we have to see how far this goes down. Yeah, this is it's a little bit of a sell-off right now. Quite high volume. Look at that. Big volume. And you see how these 1 minute candles, they really have no wicks underneath them. That means there's not enough limit orders to absorb the price, and the market selling is overcoming the limit orders. And so that's why it's really when you're trying to see buy or sell, it's good to see wicks if you can. Wicks are really good, buying tails or selling tails. Right. Wow, look at that. What's Bitcoin looking like? Yeah, Bitcoin is holding. So potentially Bitcoin is weak, huh? If Slerf is selling off so crazily. Look at that. Fuck me. That's a take profit now. A little bit of a take profit with a buying tail off the 786. And the selling continues. All right. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. I get distracted very easily. We'll just hide these now. I just want to hide these now and just have a look at it without all this stuff. All right, okay. That's interesting. So we've kind of lost this arbitrary trend line on the 1 minute time frame. That's kind of the most precise way to see the price on these lower time frames. Getting quite a lot of volume in this drop. Yeah, people aren't going to just buy that. They're just going to be patient now, I think. That's pretty bearish, huh? That's like a bear flag. It's breaking down, isn't it? It looks a bit like a bear flag, doesn't it? Little bear flag. It'd be quite easy to see strength now on Slerf. We just have to get back above this POC, above this bear flag trend line, and fill the gap. Then it'll start looking bullish again. So I think that's the first thing we're looking for now on the local time frame. Is if you suddenly see strength, you have to flip. You can't just continue your bearishness. We've had a little mini kind of lower time frame failed auction, swing failure, whatever from the highs. We have a bit of volume coming into this down sell. We've cancelled out all of that price action. All of that price action is gone, and there's a reason why. And that this is kind of what I was saying to you earlier. And so it's good to understand how the price moves. You see how all the price what I was saying to you, all these order blocks were being filled and the price just kept on going up. So there's no more orders. Like the limit orders were filled. Yeah. And so when you see the price come down like this with market orders, is because there's no limit orders to absorb the price anymore. Because the way the price is moved in such a way that it's cleared all the orders as the price has gone up. Does that make sense? So you've literally to go up, you've cleared all the liquidity on the downside, so that when the price finally does dump, it just there's no support. It just goes through, and that's simply because there's no more orders. They've been cleared. And so when you understand or when you understand how the price moves, because most of the time impulsive moves, you're looking at gaps, aren't you? You're looking at large gaps which are formed when the price has moved because of market orders, and so you can counter trade gaps, and the price moves in your direction quite quickly. This is different because you don't have gaps here, but what you have is no more liquidity. As the price has gone up, it's cleared the liquidity, and so in effect you do have a gap. The price action creates a gap, and so naturally when someone is now trying to fill a large position to sell, the price just goes down really quickly. So I mean, it was only 1.2 million volume in that 5-minute candle, not that much, and the price is already down 2.7%. And the reason why is because no one has been placing limit orders here. Now they have, but they've been filled, and the price has gone up. And so this is potentially its big take profit was here. That could have been shorting, and then more take profit, more shorting, whatever. And so someone is in a. When you're looking at this pattern, what do you think? Well, potentially you'll think it's going to go down much further, don't you? If you can't find support here and reverse this, then you are thinking down now, aren't you? And if we have to see if the price can hold here, if there's any kind of significant swing failure. Let's see here. I'm going to take us right down to this high volume node. I really think that's where we're going. I don't see why we wouldn't go there after we lose the point of control. Why wouldn't we go back down there? See that? There's no buying right now. No buying. Literally no buying right now. And with green candles right now, people are just looking for an opportunity to take profits or close their positions. What do you think? Shall we go down? I don't know, but oh look, the daily candle's now looking pretty bearish. We're back into the wick of this daily candle. So as long as we don't go back up, this will go down. And that's really, you have a nice dividing line here, which is the daily open. So that's probably going to be the biggest resistance now as we go back up, the daily open, wherever that was. Now that we've lost it, gone up and lost it, ooh, that's pretty bearish. That suddenly, because the price action becomes bearish, really bearish. It always was, but I was trying to contemplate other ideas. That's your line in the sand now. Daily open. I won't consider longing until we reclaim the daily open as support. Yeah. The first sign would be to reclaim this POC and then to get back above this trend line. I think people looking at this chart now won't buy. They'll be looking for lower. And naturally, I think people will be looking to exit their positions. Any bullish price action here, it could just be longs, shorts covering with longs, or just scalpers just trying to scalp an SFP or two. But fundamentally, this is kind of where we're headed at the moment. It looks like it. We're heading down here unless something changes. And if I put my correction back in and just imagine going down that far, I don't know, it would look really bad, but I don't know if we're going to get down that far in one go, because you could get did I do that one again? Let me do it differently. Let me try it like this. All right, I'm just like, honestly, this is just really speculative. I did say I wasn't a short. I was just the reason why I was shorted was I was just counting these waves, and I could see that we're pretty much coming to the end, and it just looks very timed, doesn't it? It was kind of looks like this, doesn't it? I didn't expect this drop, to be honest with you, and it's in this kind of sudden fashion, but it does give me confidence that we're probably going down much further, unless we can get back above that trend line and above that point of control. So again, I don't know, it's all speculation, but if we are heading down, then why not all the way down? Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, the only thing that kind of crosses my mind is there is also like a harmonic here, which is bullish. And the way the harmonic is, it would work is like this, something like this, I think. And it'd probably be a swing failure of this pivot here. Just get my harmonics up. Let's have a look. A is lower than the C. It's a bullish one. Cipher. Nope. Oh, shark. That would be a shark. This one here. And don't forget, this could go all the way down here and still look like a shark. Yeah, that's what this one here, isn't it? 0 up there. So wherever this lands, it will be a bullish harmonic in the sense that the price should bounce. And whatever the length of this drop is, however we have to take out the C really for the shark to be in play. Yeah. And so it's kind of here, isn't it? So this can go anywhere really. This can kind of land anywhere lower than that point. In my mind, this is the best place if we can get enough enough people dump far enough, and then you have a nice reaction for moving back up to 50%. If we went down there, so there's a lot of lines. Yeah, here, kind of like that. Back to test this. This here, this kind of level there, that would be perfect. Like if that played out, that would be really nice. I definitely think I would long here, and on time would be this afternoon. Because that would be where shorts are closing. Shorts, if anyone's in a short, they're definitely going to close it at this high volume node here. They're not going to, no one's going to hold their short longer than here past this point. If you do, it'll be a real kind of fake out, because it wouldn't make sense if you short at the point of control. Why would you not take profit at this high volume node? So this is kind of where I'm at the moment. And we just have to see what happens, right? But the good thing about this idea is that I can see strength, and that would, in my mind, strength invalidates this idea, because it's not, to go down that far that fast requires a significant amount of weakness, and it requires people selling and not buying. And so naturally, if you see strength, then that whole idea of this being weak is invalidated. Does that make sense? And so I've already said strength for me right now in the context of what we're experiencing in terms of the price action, would just be simply to see the price reclaim that point of control. This kind of back test, this reverse golden pocket. It's quite strong resistance here now formed in the way the price has lost this area, isn't it? You've got that trend line, you've got this reverse golden pocket, you've got the value area high of some sorts here. You've got a little bit of resistance zone here now. So if the price is able to now easily kind of just do that and do that, then obviously in my mind this idea is invalidated, and it starts to become valid again if actually we start to do that. So there's a little bit of a kind of area where there's a line in the sand for bearishness and bullishness, right? It's quite close, and this kind of price action requires a little bit of a fast sell-off, like selling. So let's see if that continues. If you don't see that, and then obviously this is to go all the way down here. I think you could just take out this pivot. That would be valid as well. But I think if we go down that far, you get a lot of people selling, wouldn't you? You get a lot of volume into that lower point, right? Into this, and then it could push the price even further. All right. Is that clear? I don't know. Does that make sense? Anyone? Is anyone here? Getting a little bit of a, is that a bullish reaction here? Is that a swing failure? You know, there's lots of levels that the price could swing failure. I think it's just take profit. Looks like take profits because of the volume. The volume is like decreasing volume. And the people market taking profit. The reason why the price moves up so fast, so quickly, is because there's no orders, there's no limit orders. So it's just looking for orders. It's looking for liquidity, and then if it, as soon as you see that, look at that. That's someone market. That's literally someone market selling into the price right now. There, that's not strong enough if there's no follow through. And what the price tries to do is it's coming for liquidity, and it'd be good to see if we start making lower highs as well, because you'll start seeing that on the 1 minute time frame. That's why I look at the 1 minute time frame, because you get a heads up really quickly what's happening. And you see here with this little bit of reversal here, you see how after we put in that high there, it couldn't make a higher high on the 1 minute time frame. You see that? That's when you see that, that's really bearish. And now that you've got that, you kind of want that idea to continue a little bit. Yeah, you want to see that, or you want to see a swing failure with high volume. Okay, so right now we've lost a little bit of an area where the price could have found support, and if the price consolidates here and doesn't do anything, it will probably look to head down, and that would be really nice, wouldn't it? It'd be really nice if we can complete this harmonic as low as possible. And this is kind of really the best place, this high volume node down here. Yeah, that would be a really good place. Will correction be over? That's another question. I doubt it. I really doubt it. And the only reason why I'm saying I doubt it is because it's too short, right? Look how long this wave was. I kind of think at least the correction should be the same time frame, though. The same amount of time. So where's that taking us? Like 17th of June. Yeah, 17th, 18th of June. I kind of think at least you want the correction to continue all the way through and see how far this price, what happens to the price. And maybe we will, if we can't find support here, then maybe we'd be forming a much higher time frame corrective pattern, because I'm really looking at the lower time frames right now. I do like the price came up here. Actually, I really do. And now the price is dropping. I like that too. Just like that now. That correction. High time frame. Risky, bro. Fazaldin. Risky. Someone's commenting on your I'm a Muslim, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a that post. That's so funny. 70k 700 retest ETH before David. This 4-hour candle that's just printed on Slerf is mega bearish, by the way. Just noticed that. That's printed at 9 AM. That's a bull trap. See that white green candle? That's a bull trap. Bull trap. Fill the gap and then sell off. So we're kind of looking at a little bit of a bull trap right now, in my opinion. Yesterday's 12-hour candle, bearish, closed lower, right up to the top. Fill the gap, sold down. So, oh gosh. Could be seeing the bull trap. Bull trap.
Silenced.
Thoughts, guys? Comments? Feedback? I feel like I'm doing all the hard work. Make money, guys, and then buy TRVL. Oh, you're doing a surf long here, yeah? Fill the gap right up to the top. Where's that trend line? That trend line is key, yeah? You're longing into resistance, David. A little bit of resistance. That's a nice candle, but you could get a nice big sell now. Just get ready for it. Just have your, the thing is you can get a sell and you can have, it'd be nice to long an SFP of this local range. Yeah, that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see where the liquidity is. You can see there's some buy and tails here on the 1 minute time frame. But really what you want to see now is a high volume SFP. And that would be a better signal for longing. I think you want to see something like that. I wouldn't just long here. At the very least, I would honestly, at the very least there, right? You kind of want a red candle and then a buy up and then the very least. You're getting a little mini 1 minute rounding bottom here, but what's the time? It's just before New York Open as well. So maybe someone has just sold because they're selling before the New York and the whole FOMC. Did I TP my short? I think I'm going to TP my short if we reclaim that point of control. I don't see any reason why I could TP, but I mean I'm actually thinking maybe we go down now. If we can't get back up there, we're going down. High volume into the oh, it's in 15 minutes. But don't know. What's Bitcoin saying? I probably will. You're probably right. Look at Bitcoin. All right, maybe I will. But it's right into the point of control. That's true. You do make some sense. You do say some good things. What's XO like? Is there any div? I'm not seeing any div in this local price action. Just a bit of bearish div there. There's a little bit of bearish divergence there. The VWAP's lower down. I think it should go down to the VWAP now. Maybe. Test of that. It'll look bearish, but then we'll see what the reaction's like. Yeah, I think people are just a little bit nervous because of the CPI print. I just think it's weird that we've lost the point of control. That's all. So that's why I'm kind of a little bit holding on a little bit, because we've lost that point of control. I think maybe go up to daily open, get a rejection. Maybe. 4 hour. What time is it? The 4 hour. Oh yeah, that's why we had that reaction, because the 4 hours just printed. All right, I will take profit actually. Now that you've said that. Still holding. What time is it? I'm gonna go soon anyway. I'm gonna stay on for ages, but you get the idea of what I'm thinking of. So get a little bit of strength. Maybe we can go up. Yeah, I think the tests in the local time frame.
Smoke alarm silenced in the dining
Oh
room.
my god, what's going on? I think the main thing is that we get back above here. Yeah, so if we can get back above here and hold that trend line
Silenced.
and hold that trend line and get, then daily open is key, because you might get back into there, and over on the local time frame you might get a lot of indecision. You might just get this, and then you have to see what happens. Yeah, because we won't know how that's going to play out. Obviously it'll be a lot easier if we just go down, but it's never easy, is it? That's the thing. And obviously if we can get back above the daily open, then I think a lot of people will be longing. Yeah, because you're just back above that, this kind of key area. So if you do end up getting back above there, back testing it, then we're heading to the range point of control, and you'll probably get a lot of market buying as well. It may happen as we reclaim this point of control. So you may, if we are able to reclaim this, then you don't want to lose it again, because the idea is that holds. And then obviously if not, let me just range here and then go down, and that's kind of that would be bearish. So I'm not, you're right, I'm not seeing that right now. So you're probably right. I'm coming into the point of control now. Nice one, well done. Well, you have an invalidation, so you know you know where you don't want to go. But we're into the point of control, getting some shorts closing, getting some longs coming in. Take profit, that's take profit. When you see that, see that happen, you can see a bit of taking profit. You see you're making higher lows on these candles. You don't want to, you get an SFP, that's fine, but that idea needs to continue. And if you get an SFP, then you have to have a high volume one to clear those lows, and then that's a good buy as well. But as long as you keep those higher lows, that means that the limit orders are starting to pile up. Just don't want to lose this this area here, because that's where you're going to have limit orders. Unless you have a market buy that's not looking strong. Just FYI. But you're getting wicks, so you're getting some buying. There's buying. It's become the Watch Slerf channel. I should rename it to Slerf Price Action live with commentary from live from London. Get my channel Big Slerf will really go up in value, and TRVL, both of them to go up together. Not seeing much selling, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's not looking that weak, but I mean, it's not, I mean, you need strength as well. That's the thing. I think that was a take profit, and so let's see what happens. But these red candles, that's where people start putting their orders, their limit orders, those candles. And so that's a market buy. And so you kind of expect the price when that candle prints to come all the way down to there. That would be correct. So the price tries to find liquidity. So it moves down, fills limit orders. And if you see wicks, it means the limit orders are filled right up to that point. Whereas when the price pushes away, these are market buying and selling. Yeah. So in this context, it's mostly closing longs and closing shorts. But most people long. You have to bear that in mind. And so that's why shorts come down so aggressively, because it's longs closing their leverages. So in this market, shorting is probably going to be a lot more profitable. It's just about timing it right. Just because the price moves much quicker and it's longs closing. Might get someone buy that. The other thing about Slerf is you've got people looking to market buy in. Yeah. So that sometimes you can be in a long and the price will go up really quickly, because that's how you can't fill large positions. So if you time that well too. I see that there's someone market buying. Might be forming a pattern here. Some sort of lower time frame pattern. I can draw it right. Which looks like a flag at the moment, doesn't it? And then if you get an SFP here, then you'll be forming another pattern, a bigger one. Yeah, so you kind of have little patterns form within bigger structure, and it just depends on what happens. So if you get SFP, you could form something, or if the price comes back up. I'm not seeing strength either way at the moment, but I think the selling is not that strong. We are getting a bearish divergences though here, but locally we're getting, yeah, we're getting quite, this is quite bearish, isn't it? You've got a higher high on the MACD, you've got a lower high on the prices. That's hidden bearish divergence. Look at that. Look at that. Oof, filled the gap, market longs. Amazing. Oh, look at that. Look at that volume's coming in. Psh. Nice. That's really big volume, guys. You could buy that. Buy. Oh my God. Got a phone call. Shit. Can't use my phone. Hello? Guys, I'm gonna have to go. I've got to do something. Wow, look at that. Buy. Buy. You could put limit orders and follow the price up. That's what I usually do. Small amounts, scale in, because you've got your original position, and so you see these red candles. You can, on this big volume candle here, you kind of want that candle to hold the price now. See that big green candle? This is bullish. That red candle, high volume. This is really bullish. I don't know. Right now, look, it's just going up. That's true. It could it could just be a test to come back down. You're absolutely right. This could fall all the way back down with the CPI. Make sure you take profits. You're absolutely right, David. Let's have a look at BTC. Oh yeah. Oh fuck me. I'm gonna start buying a lot more Slerf now. You want to see the red candles when you look in the 1 minute time frame. You want to see high volume red candles, because it means the take profits are being absorbed. Yeah. So you see this red candle, when it's high volume, it's good. As long as it's not an SFP. Yeah, so it means these are take profits. People are taking profit. You see the volume is increasing, but you see the price is holding up. So you've got the limit orders are absorbing the price. People are putting limit orders here. And so when people are selling, you get increasing volume, but you see the price is being held up because there's a lot of limit orders there. That's what people are doing, putting limit orders. And so eventually you have to see where the balance ends, but that's really bullish, that high volume red candle like that. All right, I'm gonna have to go. I'm really sorry. Anyway, I didn't even get to talk about anything really. I'll go. Oh well. All right, so look, we're back into that again. I think that's really impulsive. Just, I don't know what to say. You want to see continuation now, and obviously the range point of control is in the way. But if you get continuation, you never know with Slerf. What the fuck? Just keep an eye on it. Yeah, that whatever happens now, you got that really high volume candle. You have an invalidation. That's the main thing. Yeah, that's all you really want, an invalidation. Once you have an invalidation, see if we start getting higher lows, and it could be good. Who knows? You never know. But make sure you don't lose money on trades. Just keep on bringing up your stop limits, stop market orders. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.